G'day guys, welcome back to others videos. What do we got for this episode of a doozy? Alright, what's under the Italian bed sheet or the safety hat? The Italian safety hat. Alright, let's get to the safety hat. Everyone's been enjoying these videos. I could show you a little bit of a sneak peek down the bottom there and all that. Before I waffle on, I need to get a yum chain to my Pin Wiki and Jameson cup, man. Got to get a yum chain to me, you know, so the conversation can go. Everyone's going, man, you're a bit tight on that last few pours and all that crap, you know. All right, look, I got to give it a bit more better boost here. You know, it is a bit cold today. All right, so guys, okay, there it is there. That's it. There's the pour. Cheers. Okay. Everyone's been enjoying those videos. I'm not making that full of shit. I have been getting a fringo. One of the other ones. This is going to be part 4 now, all right? This is part 4 of the continuation. That guy on the good luck thing goes, hey, man, how do those guys can handle that? He goes, so trust me, man, the money that thing was making, those poker machine 5-card stud, they couldn't give a rat's ass in the mid-80s, mate. That was making big mega bucks, mate. Okay, to waffle on about the sound. Okay, what's this one now? Okay, this here, under the bed sheet, I just got it in today from my old apartment, R&D department. He sent this in the box. I was surprised on how he packed it. I was blown away. It was really packed up nicely on that. This here is from a Mircostar, okay? And if you haven't been looking at the videos from part 1, and just go back and have a sticky nose on the stick of all these poker machines. So what happened was, I got this in today because I got a board in from a guy that he had issues with. And then I met another guy who's got a 6-wheel one of these, and he's blown out the 2 solenoids on his. So my R&D department's got one of these. He's scrapping the machine. I said, don't throw it out, man. I need it. Okay, so he sent it to me and all this shit, you know. So this is out of my Mircostar. But as I said to you, the guy with his has blown out his little coils, okay, and this is the coil out of this guy's machine. All right, there it is there. Okay, it's got a part number on there if you want to know the part number. There it is there. It's what is it, 308-14. It's an Aristocrat. But this one here, hang on, let me get my little screwdriver. This one here that I pulled out of this mechanism, it's fucked too. Okay, I'm trying to hold it. See in the corner here. It's got a bit of a lip, you know. See that? You can sort of see my screwdriver jumping up and down. That's the lip. What happened is the solenoid bobbin, it goes into the hole. You know, you're going to get into the hole, you know. And what happens is, hang on, let me get something about the same diameter. No, I haven't got. So the solenoid goes inside there to do the release. So if you have a look down here, where my finger is, what happens is, the mechanism it pulls the solenoid in for the wheels to spin across. I'll show you that how it works. So he's blown out 2 of these coils basically. So what I'm going to do is use this to put into his machine to get his machine going. Then I can worry about his coils at the moment. So what we're going to come up with an idea how we're going to get these bobbins, because they're an odd size, because the inside shaft is about 10 mil. And it's about 30 mil width-wise, these little coils. Yeah, man, why don't you use one out of a pinball machine, you know? Mate, I'm Greek, not stupid. I thought about that as well. Okay, so, nah. So it's back into the old drawing boards. So what happened with this, when I got this in, if you notice, it's missing one mechanism over here. I wanted to show you. I cleaned it all up for this guy. I cleaned it all up. What happens is, see how all this mechanism is? So there it is. It goes inside like that. See that slug? So what happens is it pops up like that into the lock position. So then what happens is the coil goes doop, and what that does, pulls this hammer and makes the wheels spin around. Okay, I'll show you that. So to get you the idea of how it works. So then what happened was, this has been so old. It's been sitting around for so long. I'm not giving you the finger, right? I just noticed that. I just noticed it. What happens is the grease is the grease is sort of dried up a bit, And what happens, it's really, really sticky, you know what I mean? Basically, it's really, really sticky. I'm trying to hold. So it's really sticky. So what I had to do is I removed them, okay, and then I put them into my parts washer that I've got for when I do cars, you know what I mean? The part washer. And I washed them all up. I dried them all up with the compressor and all this shit. So yeah, I removed it. Then I put a bit of a gel on there. I normally use KY. Okay, and I put it in there just to get that mechanism like so. You see, sort of moves up and down. So that's what I've cleaned it up with, you know. So lubricate them because it was sticky. But the one on the corner here, this one here, that wouldn't spin. So by doing that, okay, you as I said, you lubricate it, and then the mechanism supposed to do its job, like pulls that, and the little hammer pulls spins the wheel over. So let me get rid of my fucking fingers. Okay, so what's in the front here, you say, is this piece of printed circuit board. It sits in like so, basically like so in the front, basically like that. Okay, so the coils get plugged into there. Okay, the coils plug into the 2-pin headers. There's a ribbon cable. A ribbon cable comes from the back, and there's another ribbon cable from there, which is the back plane, the back plane of the unit. I'm going to move it up a bit, you know, move it up there. So that's what it is. So I had to remove all those now. Oh, my fucking fingers are full of grease. Yeah, man. Okay. So what happened with this when I got this? The wheels wouldn't spin properly. You can sort of see how they're spinning, you know what I mean? What happened was that because they've been sitting for so fucking long, okay, I had to remove them off the shaft. And I was saying to the guy, rang him up and said, man, I can't believe this shaft, how good is that? The shaft is worn out, especially over here. This one over here is worn out. So I cleaned, it's just a normal 10mm rod, don't get me on the size and that. And I couldn't believe the metal had worn out because inside the plastic wheels, they're needle rollers. So there's 2 needle rollers on one side. Hang on, one side here, and one side here, the needle rollers. It's still going. Okay, so they just spin on the shaft because needle rollers, what they are, they're like needles. That's what they call it. They're like all around on the bearings. So that's what happens with it. So I lubricate it with this special sauce that I've got, and you can see how good that one was. So I lubricated it to get that going. So now I've sorted that out. It's fine. But one thing I was sitting down to explain to you guys, this is not a one-line unit, it's a multi-lane, okay, how it sort of pays out on different odds. And I was trying to explain to somebody, they're not stupid on the mathematics on that. What happens is, on the side of the wheel here, there's 24 teeth. So that's 20 times. So when the little hammer stops, it stops on 24. So that's 24, 24, 24, 24, 24. So you think about it. So if that stops on 1, on the jack, for example, then that spins around. That the odds are 24 times 24 all the way across is your odds of trying to win. I think the major feature is the ram on this one. To get 5 rams. So basically to get the feature, it must be the rams. I don't know what game this is out of. I just got it. I asked him, I said, what game? I don't know. I can't remember, man. It's sitting in the corner. So the idea is to get the rams, is to win the jackpot on the rams, okay? So that's 1 on each wheel. So that 1 is on 24. There's 24 of these little letters all around there on the odds. I sat down just before and worked it all out. Actually sat down, here it is here. Here's my paperwork. This is what number 1 is. Number 1 wheel has got 7 ones. Sorry, 7. See the 7? It's got 1 of those on that whole wheel. So if that spins around all the way around, the luckiest chance of getting the 7 is 1. To get an 8, okay, there's 2. On 9, where's the 9? The 9, there's only 2 of those. I'm not going to spin the wheel to show you. I'll quickly tell you. 10 is only 3. Jacks, 5. Queens, 4. Kings, 2. To get the crown, to get the ram is 1. Okay? To get a star, which is maybe a feature on this, is probably 1 star. And there's a ram. Okay? We call it the ram. Okay? Where is the ram? That bloody ram. I just saw it go by. You know, where is the ram? There's the ram. Okay? So there's 1 of those on the odds. And then you got the 2s. So then you got, on this one, you got 7. On the 7, it's got 6. 8, there's 1. Play back and do the odds. Okay, so to get 8, it's got 1 out of one chance to getting that. 9 is 2, 10s is 4, Jack there's 1, Queen is 2, King is 3, the Crown is 1, the Star is 2. There's 2 stars on this one. Work that out. There's 2 stars. I can't get over that one on this wheel. Only this wheel. And the Ram is 1. On this guy here, there's 7 2s, 8 5s, 9 there's 1. 9 is only 1. 10 is 2. Jack is 2. Queen is 4. King is 2. Crown is 1. Star 1. And Ram is 1. Okay? Now this guy here, number 4 wheel, there is 7 2s, 8 5s, 9 2s, 10 3s, Jack is 2, Queen is 3, King is 3, Crown is 1, Star 1, and Ram is 1. So you play back and do your maths. Look at the odds, how they're changing basically on the way they're calculating it. On the 5th wheel, there's 7 2s, 8 4s, 9 2s, 9 is 2, 10 is 2, Jack is 4, Queen is 2, King is 3, Crown is 1, Star is 1, and Ram is 1. So you think about it. 7 is 2 because the way the mathematics of the wave of the winds. So you think your better odds is I'm looking at the 10s, for example. You got better odds of winning 10s on these wheels because there's 3 on this, 4 on this guy, 2 on this guy, 3 on this, 3 on this, and 2 on this. So the way the payout on this is, so I don't know, they're not stupid on the payout basically on that. But the Australian flag, okay, that guys, you don't know, that is the Australian flag until they remove it with some other flag. Well, that's our flag at the moment, okay? So we will never know what happens in this stupid country. So that's how the odds of the payout, because I think it's a 5-line payout basically on this. So I'll pull out the mechanism to show you guys out how this thing works, okay? So what it is, hang on, let's move this guy. Oh yeah, okay. So it's like the old. All right, see how on the wheel, see how it's got the teeth around here, okay? So there's 24 teeth. If you don't believe me, freeze it, whoop, and you could count them yourself, okay? There's 24 on each wheel. And he goes, hey man, what are these holes in here? Okay, what happens with the holes are, it's got four optos through here to do the binary code. You know, they're like, hang on, we got to get the binary people out, you know. So what happens is it's got the 0 1 0 1 when the LEDs go through there. I'll show you all. I'll get the mechanism. So what happens is that little hammer will flick it around and it will make the wheel spin around like so. So you'll get the little arm will go, and all that when it's going on the mechanism spinning around, it'll spin, and then it will stop basically. You know what I mean? And when the hammer stops on there, you know, so it releases it, then it'll stop it. So that's how this mechanism works. Okay. Now hang on, let's get this out of the way so I won't damage it. Now it's rolling around on me. All right. Here's the mechanism, basically the big mechanism. So you sort of see, hang on, let's turn it around this way. Okay, which is easier to see on this video. Okay, so see how this mechanism is. See, hang on, I'll pull the hammer up. There's the hammer, it's up. Once it gets in, it pulls back. By pulling back, it pulls the sprocket and it will go, the wheel. Okay, so then the motor will, in the crank, the motor underneath. Okay, there's a mechanism. See the motor? See under the motor? There's the hammer. See the wheel? So that it'll slowly set the machines up, go doot, 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 for the 5, you know? So there's the motor which does that. Go doot, 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 doot. Yeah, man. All right. So that's how that works. Now, if you ever stick your nose, it's a big boy, this thing. All right. Fuck it hell. Okay, see in here, hang on, I'll hold it there. See how it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm making the light 5 optos. Okay, there's 5 optos in there. Okay, so you saw before, play that video, go back there. Have a look at the wheel, how it had all the holes. So that's your decoder of the wheel to know where it is basically. I had one guy go to me, goes, yeah man, it's the machine is set up on automatic payout by the machine. No, it's not. How this thing works is the wheels, once they spin around, okay, whenever it stops will be the payout. And how the payout was down back is done by the 24 on the wheels, the 24 numbers. They've worked out their payout. So the payout is always that, because it's a random thing of where it stops. It's like the video games. The video pokies is controlled, because I used to do the adjustment in the program by the software. There's a code you to do with the payout on it. This is done not by a finger. This is done by the wheel spinning. So whenever the wheel spins and it stops, that is it. But the odd mathematics is done by the numbers on the wheels, which is at 24, 24, 24 is how they've done this. How they do the payouts on this. It's already done by mathematics. The guys who've done this are not stupid, man. They've done the sums, eh? There must be Greeks, okay, to do the sums on that, you know. So yeah, so that's how this thing works. So the hammers pull it back, the wheels spin around, and then it will just stop on wherever they are. You know what I mean? So wherever the wheels are, that's it. That's the payout. You know, it's not like controlled by the by video pokers. Video pokers are controlled basically by software. These aren't. You know what I mean? They've done the mathematics, same as the old slot one, you know, the old slot one armband, and all that shit. That's done by springs. The tighter the springs or the looser the springs, the different the odds you'll get, basically, if you want to pay out by changing the springs. But yeah, so this is what this mechanism is out of a Mircostar, what it looks like, guys. As I said, you know, I had to put it through my part washer to clean out these mechanisms because they were really, really shit. Now, so, what I had to do, whatever you do what I did. When you pull the wheels out, if you get harassed, make sure you put a little sticky like I did and set number 1. There it is there, number 1. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the wheels, so I know how to put them back. You got to put them back the same way. If you don't, you fuck yourself in the ass, mate, because the odds won't work. So mark what you do, because even I fuck up, I say, you know. So, but on that note, you know, as I said to you, you know, this is basically out of Mircostar. The Aristocrat stuff is the same. I've got another one I want to show you guys on another type of mechanism and that. So it doesn't matter if it's 6 wheels, or 5 or 3. It's the same mechanism out of Aristocrat. Yeah, man, why you got Aristocrat? Well, this is what's coming through my hands at the moment, you know. So, yeah, so what I'm going to do is now try to Google up some coils, see if I can get some coils mobbing made up or whatever for this poor bastard, because he's fuck in the ass, man. There's a lot of ass ones in the ass in this video, you know. But what do you do, man? Hey, we're talking here about what, 95, 85, 86? Well, hang on. No, not even that. 83 or something it is. So what are you going to do? Go back in the DeLorean, go back in time and dig it all up? No way, man. This is it. So one guy helps another guy to keep your machine going. And as I said, the guys who came up with these didn't expect it to last this long, mate, because they're there to make money and rip you guys off who go in there think, yeah, man, I'm going to win on this. Yeah, that's right, man. That's it, you know. But as I said, that's, you know, but I love what I do, man. As I said, you know, if you put passion, it doesn't matter what I do. Like I said, I work on cars, I work on everything, you know. I work on my properties as well. I do everything, man. Put the passion in, you know. But as I said, now I'm going to find a solution on this, what I'm going to do. I thought about getting somebody to do 3D printing the bobbins, and then they work out how many windings they are. But yeah, everybody thinks it's that easy. Just Google on the internet. Yeah, man, you can find it on the internet. Yeah, go for it. They give you the part number. You know my email address. If you come up with it, here, drop me a message. There it is. Yeah, man, what are you doing? Promotion. Yeah, you know me. Contact me. I'm always happy to hear some crap, basically, you know. But as I said, everybody thinks it's just that easy, you know. So yeah, lucky this guy here is a bit of a hoarder like me that keeps this shit around. As I said, you know, I've got this. So what else I'm going to waffle on about? So yeah, if anyone is interested in there, got problems with their mechanisms or whatever, shit, drop me a message. You saw the email, the address before, and all that crap. As I said, I do it for you guys. But yeah, but this is, as I said, what do? They don't come back. All right. On that note, I'm going to sign off. You know, the old-fashioned saying is, pinball machines and video games and pokies is a passion. If you like it, go to the down the bottom, subscribe, give me the thumbs, the finger. I gave you fingers before when I was pointing to it. That was by mistake, that. But, yeah, I can't believe how that last wheel was spinning around so quickly. So, guys, thanks for watching this video. As I said, I'm doing it for you guys, man, because hey, I'm a dinosaur, man, you know. So, yeah, cheers.